When I unlocked the bakery door that morning, the air smelled like vanilla, sugar, and dreams I built from ashes. I had imagined laughter echoing off the walls, the clinking of teacups, my family smiling under the golden lights I'd strung up all night. But when noon came and the ribbon still hung untouched, I realized I was the only one who showed up. Not one of them came. Not Mom, not Rosie, not even Dad, who'd once told me, "You make the best bread this side of town." They all went to Rosie's promotion party instead. The irony? I'd named one of my signature cakes after her. I didn't cry. I just turned the sign to closed, swept crumbs that weren't there, and listened to the hum of silence. That's when my phone buzzed. Dad's message. "We need to discuss the bakery." I didn't reply. I just stared at those words until they blurred. That was the moment I decided not to beg for love again, not to wait for validation. That was the moment I began planning. Back then, I used to think Rosie was perfect, the golden child, the one who could do no wrong. She'd smile at me with those syrupy words, "I'm so proud of you, sis," as if pride were charity. She got the promotions, the attention, the praise, and I got her hand-me-downs, clothes, compliments, dreams. Still, I stayed kind. I baked for her birthdays, helped her with resumes. I even lent her money for that office retreat she couldn't afford. Funny thing, that retreat became the down payment on her new car. That's when I started noticing things. Mom and Dad calling her their achiever, my messages left on read, Rosie using my bakery's recipes in her company's food blog, claiming them as hers. I didn't confront her, not yet. I watched, listened, waited. The first crack in her perfection came through a careless brag. At a family dinner, she said, "Oh, we're planning a big office event. I might even get the city's mayor to attend." Dad had clapped. "That's my girl." Then he turned to me, almost apologetic. "You should ask Rosie for advice on business promotions. You could learn something." I smiled. I had learned something. How to be underestimated. When Rosie posted her promotion invitation online the same date and time as my bakery opening, I knew it wasn't a coincidence. She wanted the family to choose. They did. But she didn't realize that while they toasted her, I was rewriting the script. I pulled up every receipt, every transaction, every invoice I'd ever sent her, all tied to her company's catering division. She'd been using my business name illegally to market her culinary partnerships. I had the contracts, the emails, the bank transfers. I packaged it all neatly, like a box of pastries tied with a polite bow, and sent it to her company's board of directors. Then I waited. 2 days after my lonely grand opening, the silence broke. Rosie called me, voice trembling. You reported me?" I stayed calm. "No, I just corrected a mistake." "Do you have any idea what you've done?" "I think you do," I said. Finally, she hung up. The next morning, news spread that she was suspended pending investigation. Misuse of company funds, fraudulent claims. The family group chat exploded. "Mom, is this true? Dad, we need to talk." That's when his message came again. "We need to discuss the bakery." I told him to come by. He arrived just before sunset, the same golden hour that once made my bakery look like heaven. Only now it felt like a stage. He looked tired, angry. "Why didn't you tell us you were opening this place? We could have helped." "You knew," I said, handing him one of the invitations I'd sent weeks ago. "You just had somewhere better to be." He looked at it, realizing regret flickered across his face. "What did you do to your sister?" I placed a fresh loaf on the counter. "Nothing she didn't bake herself." He didn't like that answer. Fathers never do when their golden child cracks. "Family shouldn't destroy family," he muttered. I met his eyes. "Then maybe family shouldn't destroy me first." Silence. He looked around. The polished counters, the awards on the wall, the quiet success he hadn't expected. Then he said it. The line that sealed it all. "She's learned her lesson. You've made your point." I smiled, soft and steady. Oh, Dad, this isn't about making a point. It's about finally taking my place. When he left, the bell above the door chimed softly, the same sound it made the day I opened. Alone, I sat behind the counter, watching the city lights spill through the window. Somewhere, Rosie was packing up her desk. Mom was defending her. Dad was thinking of ways to fix what couldn't be fixed. And me? I was kneading dough for tomorrow's batch. Calm, focused, free. Because revenge isn't fire, it's precision. It's the quiet satisfaction of knowing the ones who overlooked you now have to look up. And as the oven timer dinged, crisp, clean, final, I realized something. He didn't come to discuss the bakery. He came to fix it. Subscribe my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.